Aloha. This is lesson 317 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. I follow in the way appointed me. I have a special place to fill, a role for me alone. Salvation waits until I take this part as what I choose to do. Until I make this choice, I am the slave of time and human destiny. But when I willingly and gladly go the way my Father's plan appointed me to go, then will I recognize salvation is already here, already given all my brothers, and already mine as well. Father, your way is what I choose today. Where it would lead me, do I choose to go. What it would have me do, I choose to do. Your way is certain, and the end secure. The memory of you awaits me there, and all my sorrows end in your embrace, which you have promised your Son, who thought mistakenly that he had wandered from the sure protection of your loving arms. And that concludes the text. I follow in the way appointed me. So this lesson is about acceptance of our unique role. This is a role within God's plan, and it brings us freedom. See, everyone has a unique role, but we all share the same function. That's to be the light of the world through forgiveness. We have to be able to accept our role, which is whatever it is right now, whatever the perception is bringing right now is perfect for us to play out our function. This role is for us alone. This includes all thoughts. This includes all perception. Perception is made of thoughts anyways. So in this way, whatever the thoughts are, even if they're upset thoughts, and any upset feeling is caused by upset thoughts, so the upset feeling is in there too, it's kind of offered as a prayer. It gets offered as a prayer. So in this way, we're not resisting anything that the experience is bringing. Thoughts, feelings, worldly perceptions. We're just in no resistance to it because we know that this is the role we've been given to fill. This is where we be the light of the world. So every one of these paths is leading back to the one source. It's not about judging our path. It's not about judging the moment. It's about recognizing and accepting that this is perfect for me. Let me give you a for instance. Let's say you get a perception that you've offended someone. This is perfect for me. So your mind's not going into apology. It's not going into looking back like I screwed up. I want to do it better and all that kind of stuff. Being a happy learner involves recognizing that whatever it is that's arising on your path is your unique place to fill. This is the unique place where you bring in forgiveness. It's not forgiving yourself for believing in illusions. That's not what it is. A lot of people get this wrong. There is no lesson in A Course in Miracles where you forgive yourself for the illusions. You forgive the illusions, meaning that the illusions themselves, you're recognizing the illusions themselves have no real effects, and they aren't part of your identity. They are not part of you. They don't touch you. That's how you forgive yourself your illusions. See, there's always this idea that your lifestyle needs to change. This is not it. the lifestyle exactly what it is, the people that are appearing exactly like they are, every single thing around your house, let's say, even on your counters and everything like that, it is perfect for you to extend love. That's forgiveness. This is what true forgiveness is. See, A Course in Miracles talks about forgiveness to destroy. And a lot of people are practicing that and don't realize it. They're actually practicing forgiveness to destroy when they're trying to forgive themselves for the illusions. No, this is different. This is a different kind of forgiveness. This is a forgiveness as in they don't mean anything. Those illusions don't mean anything. You have nothing to forgive yourself for. Look at it like it's a dream, a nighttime dream. Picture yourself as in a nighttime dream. Within the dream, does it make any sense to forgive yourself for making the dream? Look at that. Say you end up realizing you're in a dream all of a sudden. Well, you're in a nighttime dream. Does it make any sense to forgive yourself for making the dream? Or does it make a lot more sense that forgiveness means that you just recognize that you're dreaming now and none of that shit matters? See? This is how to come back to the now. This choice is liberation. It says, until I make this choice, I am the slave to time. Salvation waits until I take this part as what I choose to do. You take this part, this role, a role for me alone, this role, exactly what it is, exactly what thoughts are occurring to me, exactly what relationships are occurring to me, exactly everything that's occurring to me. Once I take this part, I make the choice. I'm a slave to, unless I do that, until I do that, I'm a slave to time and human destiny. So when we refuse our function, that's what binds us to the illusion of destiny. Accident, chance, all that kind of stuff. This is not meaningful. Accepting exactly what it is the release from the tyranny of the ego, the illusion of time. And it releases us right into certainty that we're on target with God's plan, totally on target with God's plan. Thank you. At last. It's about accepting this. So salvation is already here, it says, already given all my brothers and already mine as well. When I keep spinning around and wishing things were different, even wishing I would have done it different. Look, this is one of the major hooks. I gave you the example earlier of I offended someone. I got the perception that I offended someone. The thing is, it's impossible for you to be offensive. So when you make that illusion true that you have been offensive and then you forgive yourself for thinking in the way that made you offensive, you've already made the illusion true. You can't be released from it that way. This is spinning around. I'll be talking about this a lot more in the wisdom dialogues I do today. Today is September 15th, 2025. You'll find that on my podcast stations, YouTube, and Substack. I'll be talking about this a lot more in detail. Your way is certain and the end secure. That's another quote. The ego totally fears this surrender. But God's way doesn't have any risk. There's no risk to you at all. Because the end is accomplished. To walk like this is to rest in the inevitability of what's promised and already fulfilled. Your role in this world, which includes everything that's arising, this is your role, everything. You're playing a part with the thoughts and everything. Everything is thoughts anyways. This is the doorway through which you remember the truth. When you're trying to change yourself and change it, you're closing the door on yourself. This is a return to embrace. All my sorrows end in your embrace. The sense of wandering was only a dream. It was a dream of exile in the first place. The embrace of God is not something that you want to postpone into the future. You can't be embraced in the future. You can only be embraced now. And this is the only embrace there is. Looking in the world for someone to embrace you is not it. This is your present moment safety, God's embrace. So when we follow the way appointed us, this is the way appointed us, a unique role, unlike anyone else's. You're finding that salvation is already given to you. Let this be your experience today. So you might begin the day with trust. I choose your way today. This is the way that's given. God has given you a function that's forgiveness. What do you think you're forgiving? Not yourself. You're forgiving the illusions that are arising uniquely in your experience. It's very different than forgiving yourself for having the illusions. Forgive yourself your illusions is a phrase that it says in A Course in Miracles. Not a lot, not many times. It's not a lesson. There's not a lesson that says, I forgive myself for doing anything. I forgive myself for thinking anything. Forgive yourself your illusions means you're letting yourself be released right now through your unique role. The illusions that are arising for you. Don't confuse that with the ego's thoughts, like you've done something wrong. Remember the analogy I gave you of a nighttime dream. Once you realize that you're dreaming, you just stay in that realization. You don't start forgiving yourself for dreaming. See? It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. So when confusion arises, when there's any confusion in the day, ask yourself, do I want to do my plan or God's plan? Choose to follow in God's way. God's way is for you to forgive these illusions, not to try to change the illusions, not to try to change yourself. See? What I recognize about this false forgiveness, forgiveness to destroy that people are doing, is they're making themselves guilty for having dreamed this dream and trying to change themselves. So in the evening, you might reflect. Where did I glimpse my unique role in peace? In peace. Making peace with it all. Where did I see myself doing that? How did that feel? Don't I just want to do that all the time? Instead of judging my role. I've had a thought occur to me over the years. It specifically says, I hate my life. I want to die. And this is not me. I'm not identified with this thought. So it's not a problem. When I first saw it, I realized it had been playing in the subconscious for many years. Who knows, maybe since I was a kid. But when I first saw it, I go, what? That's not me. I knew right away. So would arise less and less and less and less. And just this morning, it occurred to me, that thought occurred to me. I hate my life. I want to die. And I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that one in a while. I don't judge it. I don't have any problem with it. Who better than me for that thought to come to? It's a worldly thought. I'm not identified with it. See the difference there? This is a unique role. I don't need to get myself better. I don't need to do anything to myself. I don't need to forgive myself for thinking that thought. That's ridiculous. The thought doesn't mean anything. So I forgive myself that thought. It's like I let myself be released from that thought by recognizing it's a meaningless thought and I'm not identified with it. I'm detached from things like this. I'm detached from everything of the world. That's why I can use my unique role in the way God appointed me. I can walk in the way God appointed me in peace. So this lesson is affirming that our function is not self-invented. We choose our function. We remember that salvation is not in the future. It's right now. And no matter what arises, it stays the same. I follow in the way appointed me, twice today and every hour, and whenever necessary. I follow in the way appointed me. Have a beautiful remembrance. I love you.